Hello, welcome to my Keto Diary 4, and yes, my hair is down. I know that seems very strange because you never see it down. People who know me in real life, they never see it down. I just felt like a change, so that's really it. Some of you may be wondering why there was no video last week, and if you don't already know, let me go back to what I was doing 2 weeks ago in my last video. I know the mood for my last video was very down, and for good reason. The day before I filmed that, I found out that my grandpa, his health had turned for the worse, very abruptly turned for the worse. So I was not in a very good mood. Obviously that weekend is pretty sad, and a couple days later after filming that, he passed away. But the great thing about that weekend, though, is I got to spend so much time with family, a few cousins on Saturday, and then all the aunts and uncles on Sunday. We sang a bunch of hymns to him next to his bedside, and it was all the stuff that needed to happen. And he gave us that time, and I'm thankful that he gave us that time to do that with him. The main topic for this week's video, which really applies to the last 2 weeks, is can you do keto while grieving? Short answer, yeah, you could do it. You can just stay really mentally strong and such. But did I? For the first couple days, I was pretty good being strict with myself, but after that, I was a lot more lenient. Not with every single meal, but with like maybe one meal a day, I was more lenient. One of the hardest things about trying to stay on keto while grieving is that first day, the day he passed, several families offered to cook meals and bring food to the house where all of us were at. And I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm on a keto diet, please make stuff that I could eat. It's just accepting whatever is brought, and I have to be selfless. I have to realize that a diet isn't as important as this family time that I need right now. And all the food that was brought, there were so many leftovers to last through the whole week. It was just so much, and I hate to see food go to waste. So of course I helped a little and I tried to stay more towards the keto-friendly foods, but it wasn't perfect. One of the things I did while spending time with family that week was making Grandpa's famous camp cakes. And if you don't know what a camp cake is, it's not keto friendly. Actually, you could probably make it keto friendly, but I didn't even want to think about trying to. It's Grandpa's. He made it on a camping trip one year because he only brought one frying pan and he was cooking breakfast. So he put an egg on the pan and then surrounded it with like pieces of bacon, and then all around that put pancake mix. And it's just all cooked together. Camp cakes are a family tradition. They're wonderful. If you haven't had one, try it. That's really good, unless you're doing keto, because also the syrup has sugar. Unless you get sugar-free, which I don't think I honestly don't know if it was sugar-free. Probably not. As you can assume, for that week, I did not stay completely strict with the diet. There were some steps off here and there, including the camp cakes is one of them. And I did have a sandwich one day too. I took a lot of bread off, but I still had a little bit of bread with it. Over that week, I actually gained a couple pounds. I didn't get all the way back up to where I started, but I got a couple pounds short of that up to, which isn't great, obviously, but I am just trying to, learn to forgive myself for that and just move forward. That's all I can do. This week, however, the week after last, we had his funeral last Saturday, and that's the reason why I didn't film a video last weekend, because I was just with family all weekend. Cousins came over again, and we just spent all weekend together, which was great. So I didn't film the video, and I told myself, I'm pretty sure everyone can forgive that reason. After last week, I wanted to get right back on track. Of course, it's hard, but I kind of eased back on track. I didn't jump on track, but I eased back on track. So this week has been a lot better. Pretty much on the keto diet maybe on Sunday. I don't remember on Sunday. It was hard. I wasn't keeping track of all my food because some stuff I don't know how much it was because it didn't come in a package and I couldn't scan a barcode. I didn't know how many calories or fat or protein or carbs certain things had. So it was very iffy on keeping track of that week. This week, I'm pretty much back to my diet. I haven't been doing the ketone test strips, so I'll have to start doing that again to see when I can get back in ketosis. Who knows? I'm sure I'm not there right now. This week has been pretty good so far. It's the end of the week. This week has been good. I actually, the day of the funeral, I got in the mail a package of KetoKrate, which I ordered a couple weeks ago, but I thought, wow, this is perfect timing to help me get back on track. So I'm gonna insert a clip of me opening that. When my grandpa passed away, I had a really hard time staying with the keto diet for many reasons, but luckily this came in the mail with good timing because it's been a struggle this last week, and I ordered these a couple weeks ago and the timing worked out pretty well. So I got a KetoKrate. I figured I'd try it out, see if I wanted to do this monthly. And yeah, I guess I'll open it. The first thing you see is May 2020 KetoKrate. Oh, it comes with a little comic strip called Counting Carbs. How do you use this thing? I think you just take off the wrapper and pee on it. OMG, it's positive! Congrats! Can we go now? We're gonna be late. Oh, the cat's going crazy. Oh, and it's ketone test strips. I see what they did. Low barbecue, your barbecue. Nice. And oh, Lindsay's keto success story. It's a bit of reading. I'll have to do that later. So already I can see it looks like there's a bit of stuff in here. So let's just go through it. Jinx wants to have some, I guess. So there is a meat stick. Looks pretty good. I love those, so I'm sure it'll taste good. No, not for you, Jinx. Let's just nip it in the bud. There's a Love Good Fats Chewy Nutty. Coconut macadamia. Looks pretty good, not gonna lie. Munchy Crunchy Protein Snack. Rockin' Ranch. Must have ranch flavoring. That looks good. Good to Go Strawberry Macadamia Nut. There's a lot of Jinx. I can't take her anywhere. Strawberry macadamia nut is what I was trying to say before Jinx interrupted me. Ooh, I've seen these. Facebook, I think, keeps showing me these ads for these. It's called Fat Snacks. And this one is a brownie bite. 0.3 net carbs, no sugar, and it's keto. Obviously. I'd be surprised if something in here wasn't keto. Ooh, I've also seen advertisements for these high key brownie bites. Ooh, they look like chocolate chips. Oh no, it's just a picture of chocolate chips. This looks really good. If I had a sweet tooth right now, it'd be going crazy. I don't currently have an appetite, but I'm gonna love those, I'm sure. It also comes with Max Mallows, Max Taste Zero Guilt. That's what I like to hear because I don't like to feel guilt. Oh, and look at it. They look like little sponges. Interesting. That looks like something I shouldn't eat, actually. Like a dish sponge or something. Weird. I've got some nacho cheddar crunchy cheese mix. They look like they're just nuts covered in cheddar powder. Sounds good to me. Now I've got a bigger bag. It's a spicy dill. Ooh, gotta keep this away from my sister. Pork rinds. You know, I've actually never had pork rinds. Like, I always see them in the store and I always think they're really bad for you. I've never had them. I don't know. But apparently this is keto, so I'll try it. It's even got a little picture of a pig. And last but not least, some sugar-free bakeable chocolate chip cookie mix. I am excited for this because when I did make keto cookies before, it was okay, but I didn't want to have any of the leftovers. Didn't taste as good when it was leftover, so we'll see how this goes. Also, these look really flat, and when I did them, they were hardly flat at all, so it's probably just me, to be honest. All right, well, that's all for this crate, and it looks pretty tasty, so I'm excited. I hope I don't eat it all within the next few days. That might happen because I haven't been consistent with the keto this week. So it'll be a really test myself not eating all these at once. Next week, I'll have to let you know how I liked the snacks. I actually have had at least half of them by now, and I really enjoy some of them were okay, but I really liked the one that was nacho cheese, like covered, that snack mix that was like cheese. That one I loved. I've also been getting back into exercising this week. I've been going on a lot of walks around where I live. My grandma told me about this old road, and I don't know if any of you have been on it, but it's across from 9th Avenue and Nat Washington Way, and you could tell there's like cement blocks, like it's not a road anymore. If you go past that and to the right, there's an old road that's paved, and there's a lot of tumbleweeds and weeds just overtaking it, but it's still there. And so I've been going on that walk, but it is so long. It goes almost parallel with Nat Washington, and then it curves and goes down a big hill, and then it goes down, and then it's like parallel with Airport Drive for a while, and it just keeps going until it eventually meets the highway. But it's actually the last time I went on it yesterday. I went for 30 minutes. I was walking and jogging, and I got as far as 30 minutes, and I was like, I am already feeling sore, and I'm really thirsty, didn't bring water, so I want to turn around, and I was so close to the end, but I didn't want to overexert myself, and I'm still really sore today. I turned back, and by the time I got home, I had gone 3.3 miles in an hour, so I was pretty happy about that. I walked at least half of the way and jogged on and off throughout. I'm also using the Under Armour app called, I think, Map My Fitness, where it'll keep track of your routes and the exact distance, and it'll like draw a line with you as you go, so you can see where you are on it and how much farther you have back. I really like that app just for that feature alone. Oh, I found my white hair. Found it. So for some good news, while I continue on the keto track and see how well I can do. Although I gained some pounds, I haven't gained any inches along my waist, which is very important, and I measure in 2 places on my waist, upper and lower, and I haven't gained any inches. I've actually still lost. I think one of them stayed the same and one of them lost half an inch this last week, or within the 2 weeks might have lost 1 inch total. But yeah, so that's really good news. I'm still up a couple pounds since 2 weeks ago, but I'm also gaining a lot of muscle in my legs. I know that. But I am still down a total of 4.4 pounds now. So that's good news as well. Hopefully this next week will be easier. I'm visiting with my grandma every day. I just got an order from the Keto bakery in town, and I'm excited to have those, and I'll tell you about those next week too. I also got my electrolyte drops and powder to add to my drink, so I've been doing that as well. I haven't gotten sick again since that 1 week. That was terrible. Now I'll have to update you again on that since I'm just going back on the diet. So yeah, I guess I'll see you next week, and I'm looking forward to having hopefully good news again. Better news. I will see you next week, and I'm gonna go do some cardio dancing. Yeah, that'll cheer me up today. Bye.